Hello and welcome to another edition of the Paul Mash Show. We're glad that you could join us today. Got an awesome interview coming up for you in just a couple minutes. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell here on YouTube, and you'll always get the latest interviews and things like that whenever they become available. And we have a comment section. Feel free to leave us a comment there. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/PaulMashTV. And you're always welcome to like the page, inbox us, comment on everything you see. We'd love to hear from you there. And there's always good old-fashioned email, paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And you can use that whether you're a band or solo artist or even an actor, actress, etc. that want to be on the show. And even if you're a fan, you can use that as well. We'd love to hear from you. And be sure to check us out on Smile World TV on Roku every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central. And one of our episodes will be there. And we're going to recap all that for you at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Coming up in just a moment or so, we're going to have Tyler Donovan. He's a Michael J. Fox tribute artist, and he's from Fayetteville, Arkansas. I think you're really going to like this guy, so we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, we'll go to this quick word from Click Jam, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Okay, everybody, interview time, and from Fayetteville, Arkansas, we have Taylor Donovan. Thanks for joining us, Taylor.
Tyler Donovan.
Yeah. And Tyler, as we mentioned earlier, is a Michael J. Fox tribute, and we're happy to have him here with us. So
Thanks for having me.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about how that began for you? I mean, did you always did you know you could imitate Michael J. Fox? I mean, tell us your story.
So I first got told when I was 5 years old that I looked like Michael J. Fox. You know, that's when Family Ties was on and when Back to the Future came out, and I was a small child, and that's when I first started hearing that a lot. And you know, I'd hear that for a few years, and then I didn't hear it for a long time until I was a teenager. I was 17, and my first car was a Celica GT, and a 1984 Celica GT, and it kind of resembled a DeLorean. And you know, and I still kind of look like Michael J. Fox. And you know, my friends would run up to my car and be like, "Marty, where's the flux capacitor?" You know, and then I didn't hear it for a long time because I joined the military after high school. So I always had my hair cut short. And then when I got out, I started growing it out a little bit, you know, and I started hearing it again. And then 6 years ago for Halloween, sorry for the noise, neighbors, Halloween 2014, I decided to do Marty Mcfly for Halloween, just for fun. And I started getting like really obsessed with the costume, because I would order a costume and some of the pieces wouldn't be quite screen accurate or even look good. So then I would, you know, have to find another, you know, jacket or, you know, whatever, you know, the suspenders or the, you know, check shirt. And I ended up putting, you know, a couple $100 into this costume. And, but it, you know, it looked pretty good. I got it pretty screen accurate. And then, you know, and I went out for Halloween. And then a friend of mine had a Halloween party the next night on like November 1st, like a day late. But I went to that, and, you know, several people were like, "Oh my God, that's really good," you know. And then there was I was attending a convention, a Wizard World Comic Con in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the next weekend. And I decided, I was like, you know, I've never done this cosplay thing before, but it seems to be a thing, you know, and people do it a lot. And I was kind of nervous at first about doing it. I didn't know if I'd feel stupid or if people would make fun of me, but you know, it's total opposite. There's no way I could have been prepared for the way people would react to me. I showed up to this thing and people just freaked out. People like lost their minds. They would see me and be like, "Oh my God, that, you know, that looks just like Michael J. Fox. That's Marty McFly." And then I would open my mouth and I'd be like, get out of town, or hey, you guys know where I can find some plutonium? I'm just trying to get back to 1985. And then when I would do the voice, then they'd really react. And I would have people, there was a guy dressed up as Doc, and I ran into him. And, we were talking, and then somebody wanted to take our picture together, and we just got stuck. Once I hooked up with the guy dressed as Doc, we got stuck. We were there for like 30 minutes, with a line of people. And that kept happening to me like throughout the convention. I would just be walking somewhere and somebody would want to take a picture. And then before I knew it, I had a line of people, and I'd, be 15, 20 minutes in that one spot taking pictures with people. And I was like, you know what, maybe I should do this as a, kind of a side gig. Maybe I should get into entertainment, and then videos of me started surfacing on the internet, and I started getting contacted by other celebrity impersonators. And that's how I got in touch with the Sunburst Convention of Celebrity Impersonators in Orlando, Florida. And I've met a lot of, it's a family. It very much is a family. And, I've met and become very good friends with lots of celebrity impersonators, lots of really good ones. So.
Okay, well, that's quite a story there, Tyler. And I've interviewed a couple of people from your Sunburst convention there, and especially Angela DeBona, which
yeah.
And so there's a lot of great people, and I'm hoping I can get a few more from your convention there. What are some of the other actors and actresses and so forth that really influenced you when you were growing up?
That influenced me when I was growing up. Oh, wow. I don't know that I have a really good answer for that. I probably will as soon as we get off. Gosh, I watched a lot of shows and movies, that I loved. I don't know about, modeling myself after anyone in particular. But obviously, Mr. Fox, and that's just because, I just happen to resemble him, and, and impersonation is something that kind of comes natural to me. But like, I'll be repeating a conversation that I had with someone to someone else, and they'll be like, oh my God, I'll be like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And then so-and-so was like, man, and people are like, oh, that sounds just like so-and-so. So, but what actors influenced me when I was growing up? Gosh. I don't know that I really have an answer for that, Paul. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. It's just a question I always ask here. So, well, tell us, everybody, about how we can find you. I know you're on Facebook, and you might have a website too. Just list some of them where we can find you.
Yes. So I will be starting new social media soon, a TikTok, a YouTube channel, and a podcast, and all that kind of stuff. I don't have it set up right now. But I'm sure I'll feed it all through my Facebook page. My Facebook fan page is Marty Mcfly Tyler Donovan. That's Dunivan.
Okay. And
there's lots of material there, already that you can see. The past week I've been doing live stream interviews with people I did for 8 days straight, from Saturday the 12th to Saturday the 19th, interviewing different people that were involved in the production of a project called BTTF Project 85. What that is a complete fan-made remake of the original Back to the Future film. So every scene is done by a different person or different group of people. And a lot of these are done in people's homes and things like that, on their phone. So it has a very, homemade kind of charm to it. So anyway.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, that's what I was just getting ready to see next, because we're about to show that clip, and this was the actual opening scene from the original Back to the Future. We're going to be watching that.
Not the opening scene. I think that scene in Project 85, it starts at 6 minutes and 58 seconds in. Now, I'm not sure how the timing is in the original film, but about somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes in is where it is in the original film.
I think it's about 7.
Okay.
About 7 minutes.
All right. Well, we're going to watch that in just a moment. But before we get into that, I think that's all we need for right now. Tyler. Sorry, I keep calling you Taylor. I apologize.
I get it all the time.
And We'd love to have you back again sometime. If you have anything new to plug for us, we'd love to have you back.
Sure, looking forward to it.
Okay, well, here's Tyler, and this is your wife, by the way, who's playing your girlfriend on here, I think.
Yes.
And so we're going to watch that, and I hope you enjoy it, and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.
All right. I'm never going to get a chance to play in front of anybody.
Marty, one rejection isn't the end of the world.
No, I think I'm just not cut out for music.
But you're good, Marty, you're really good, and this audition tape of yours is great. You gotta send it into the record company. It's like Doc's always saying.
Yeah, I know. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
That's good advice, Marty.
All right, okay, Jennifer, look, what if I send the tape in and they don't like it? What if they say I'm no good? What if they say, get out of here, kid, you got no future? I mean, I just don't think I can take that kind of rejection. Jesus, I'm starting to sound like my old man.
Come on, it's not that bad. Besides, to let you borrow the car tomorrow night.
Check out that 4x4. That is hot. Someday, Jennifer. Someday. Wouldn't it be great? Take that truck up to the lake, throw a couple sleeping bags in the back, lie out underneath the stars.
Stop it.
What?
Does your mom know about tomorrow night?
Get out of town. My mom thinks I'm going camping with the guys. I mean, look, Jennifer, she'd freak out if she knew I was going up there with you, and I'd get the standard lecture about how she never did that kind of stuff when she was a kid. Look, I think the woman was born a nun.
She's just trying to keep you respectable.
She's not doing a very good job.
Terrible.
Save the clock tower. Save the clock tower. Mayor Wilson is sponsoring an initiative to replace that clock. 30 years ago, lightning struck that clock tower, and the clock hasn't run since. We at the Hill Valley Preservation Society think it should be restored exactly the way it is, as part of our history and heritage.
There you go, lady. There's a quarter.
Thank you. Don't forget to take a flyer. Save the clock tower.
Now, where were we?
Right about here.
Jennifer!
That's my dad.
Right.
I've gotta go.
I'll call you tonight.
Oh, I'll be at my grandma's here. Let me give you a number. Bye.